Hi, y'all. I just got off the phone talking to a good friend of mine, and this person I've known most of my life. We met in the end of the fifth grade, and we became friends the very first part of the junior high school because we just hit it right off. We're kindred spirits, We've always been good friends. And of course, she after school and all this and that, she got married and had 2 kids. And I've met her mama and her daddy, and they're all good people. They're all good Christian people, and they're decent people. And, well, her son is divorced, and his ex-wife has falsely accused him of molesting somebody. And you know how that goes. People almost always immediately believe the accuser without any evidence whatsoever, without knowing the person who's accused. So he got picked up and drop-kicked into the jailhouse. He don't deserve to be there. He don't belong in jail. He's a good person. He's a good man. Good, responsible man. I tell you what, it upsets me really bad. And of course, his mom's heartbroken. And, his whole life could be ruined, completely ruined because of a lie. Somebody being a hateful, vengeful, spiteful liar. It's not right. It's not right at all. And this person is faced with either taking a plea deal, accepting some kind of a plea deal, which would establish them in the eye of the law and in the eyes of the public as being actually guilty, when they're not. But they take this plea deal because they feel like, if they go to trial to try to prove their innocence, nobody's going to believe them. I mean, how can you prove your innocence on that? When both a mother and another person is against him, just, what chance does he have? And that the jury is going to probably already think, well, he's probably guilty. So what chance does he have? See, it's not right. Now, if somebody is actually guilty of doing something like that, they should be took out and hung by the neck until dead, if they actually did it. But if they didn't, then the person who made the accusation is the one who ought to be sent to jail and whipped daily. Whipped daily for the rest of their life for trying to ruin somebody else's life. But anyway, when somebody walks into a police station and they make that kind of accusation against somebody, why don't they make them take a lie detector test? Because that's a real serious accusation. It's extremely serious. They should be made to take the lie detector test, and there's other tests like the FBI has those tests they can take to determine whether or not a person's lying or not, besides that detector test. And they could also have her talk to a psychiatrist, and they could also have a body language expert in there. I mean, just really test the heck out of her. And if she's telling the truth, she'll pass all the tests. But if she's not telling, if she's lying, she's going to fail. And then the person accused should be turned loose because there is absolutely no evidence. All that's against him is somebody's lying tongue and hateful heart. Now, why? Here we are in the year 2022, going on 2023, and the justice system can't get its shit together any better than this. Something's wrong. Now, there's lots and lots of millions of lay people like myself with the common sense given to us from God Himself to know if that person makes that kind of accusation, we got to check out why they're accusing that, if it actually happened or not, if they're lying, because that's too serious. You don't just automatically assume they're telling the truth and automatically assume that accused person's guilty, because anybody could be accused and have their life thrown away because of it. It's like 2 or 3 centuries ago, or back in the 1700s, when all somebody had to do was accuse somebody of being a witch. Just go up to the magistrate or whoever was in charge in them days and say, so-and-so's a witch. That's all they had to do. No proof whatsoever. Just some hateful person that's got it in for that person over there. Just go and have them accused of being a witch, and then know that they'll torture them until they give a false confession, and then they'll burn them at the stake or hang them. Now see, the person getting accused don't stand a snowball's chance in hell. And that ain't right. Of course it ain't. We all know it ain't. But see, that went on for quite some time until people finally wised up and they started using their God-given common sense. Hey, yes, there are some people that worship the devil and practice witchcraft, but the majority of people do not. And you don't accuse people of stuff real serious like that unless you got proof to back it up. Now, we need to do something about this, people being accused of being sex offenders. There's no telling how many men are in prison right now that didn't do what was accused of. And how can they prove their innocence? We've got to go. We've got to break out the lie detector test, break out the psychiatrists, the lie tests that the FBI have, body language experts. We got to get that stuff out there and get the accuser to go through them tests. That's what we got to do. Now, it just boggles my mind that they haven't been doing that already. I want to know why they haven't been doing that already. I want to know why. It makes me mad as hell. It makes me butt-kicking mad. Well, justice system is a moron. And my friend's son is sitting in a dadgum prison, suffering needlessly, undeservedly. And all we can do is pray. Pray that God will do something about this somehow. But in the meantime, if there's anybody out there that has any influence whatsoever on legal matters and how to handle accusations or laws that regard that sort of thing, y'all need to step up to the plate and do something about it. Because you could be accused too. Anybody can be accused. mean, nowadays it's like, everybody's guilty until they're proven innocent. We're supposed to be innocent until we're proven guilty. But the laws are backwards nowadays, like so many other things. But anyway, I just had to say something about that. Makes me so dadgum mad, I can't hardly stand it. The injustice of it. And the unnecessary suffering of innocent people because of some lying bitch. Now that happened here in town in Fort Stockton. A guy that we know, real nice guy, was accused like that by his ex-girlfriend. But this being a small town, and the cops know that guy. They've known him all his life. A lot of people, they know him and they know how she is. They know she's a conniving, vengeful bitch. One of them drama queen idiots, morons, brain dead idiots. So he didn't have to, he didn't get prosecuted or sent to prison. He got acquitted because they knew. If you take a great big city where nobody knows you, you're screwed. And it just ain't right. It ain't right. I tell you what, these old gals that make these false accusations, whether it has to do with molestation or rape or anything like that, if they're lying and checked out and found out to be lying, they ought to just whip the dadgum hell out of them, put their ass in prison and put them in hard labor, whip their ass soundly every night before they go to bed for the rest of their lives for trying to ruin somebody else's life. By gosh, I'd put a stop to this crap. If I was the Queen of the United States, I would straighten out a whole lot of crap. You better believe I would. I would straighten it out. Better believe it. I mean, America would be an entirely different kind of nation, different society if I was in control. Okay, that's just what I wanted to say. What do y'all think? Has anybody else out there had the experience of a loved one falsely accused? I'd like to hear about it. Okay, y'all. Bye.